Hi everyone, Mitt Morris here. Welcome to the Country Jazz Lick of the Week. This week's lick is an augmented lick brought to you by Tiny Moore and Johnny Gimble. This is one of my favorite Western swing augmented licks. You hear it all over the place, especially in the blues instrumentals recorded by Bob Wills, as well as a segue lick between A and B sections of tunes. To get into this lick, we're going to be in the key of A. I'm going to be working out of a blues progression. I'm going to be working out of this A chord E shape between the 5th and 7th frets. So I've got my full chord, and I'm going to be paying attention mainly to this upper triad here. I've got A, C sharp, E, and A, the 1, 3, 5, and 1. Now to make a chord, an augmented chord or an augmented triad, all I need to do is raise the 5th. So I'm going to raise this E to an E sharp. This will be my augmented chord here. The way I like to finger it is using my pinky on the A on the 4th string, my middle finger on the C sharp on the 3rd string, my ring finger on the E sharp of the 2nd string, and my first finger on the A of the 1st string. So this will be the grip I'm working out of, and then I'm going to move this up to the 9th fret here as the next inversion of this same chord. So we've got C sharp with the pinky, we've got E sharp with the middle, we've got A with the ring, and then we have C sharp with the pointer first finger there. So we just kind of the same chord, but just an inversion of it. So now that we see the structures, let's talk about the lick itself. The lick is just working up from an A7 into an A augmented, resolving into the D. So in the example I played at the beginning, I set it up going. Into my D chord. So you can see I was moving up from my A chord right here. And then I took my double stops up. I land in this position, and so I'm going to grab my 4th and 3rd string as a double stop. I'm going to grab my 3rd and 2nd, and then 2nd and 1st, and then move it up to the next inversion, grab the first 2 strings again, then the 2nd and 3rd string again, then the 3rd and 4th string again, and then drop it right back down on the 3rd and 4th strings again and resolve into my D chord here. I'll demonstrate that again. So I have landing in the D. So this is something that I would hear Tiny Moore and Johnny Gimble do as a harmony, but it could also be done as a single note line. So you just take away that lower note, and what we're left with here is. So maybe if the tempo is faster and you want to put this lick in, this is what you would do instead of trying to do the double stops at a more up tempo. So we're just playing C sharp, E sharp, A, C sharp, A, and back down, and you're resolving. So if you're just doing kind of a single note thing and you're not trying to build it up using kind of those Junior Bernard double stops and Eldon Shamblin double stops that I was using, you might do something like this to adjust it. You might go. As something kind of simple like that, where it's more of the single note, and maybe the second time around you throw in the double stops and expand that sound. So The big idea here is just to see that you have this A triad and then this A augmented chord, and it's just simply up the arpeggio, then down the arpeggio. It happens most typically between the 1 to the 4 chord. And blueses, so if you listen to like instrumentals like Twin Guitar Special, you'll hear it. If you listen to some takes of Milk Cow Blues or Brain Cloudy Blues, you'll hear it as well. And then, as I said too, you'll hear it on the section between the A and B, like the segue from the 1 to the 4 chord if the bridge starts on a 4. So again, if you just listen to kind of like Bob Wills for the Last Time record or any of kind of the standard Bob Wills records, you'll hear this all over the place. So if you're interested in learning more of these kind of Western swingisms, the Junior Bernard, Eldon Shamblin ideas, please check out the links in the description below. I've got a few courses and transcription packs, as well as a monthly lesson membership that is going over all things Western swing. If you're wanting to get more of this vocabulary and phrasing into your playing, I'd highly recommend checking it out. Thank you.